I just gotta start the stream and just trust that it is going to broadcast. Oh, it's all about the broadcasting. It's not enough that you just say something or just record it. Now you gotta broadcast it. Oh, the the labor of the broadcaster. Never again. Never again. I rearranged my OBS so many times that it's upside down. So, ooh, I didn't have it in me. Mm. Uh, so, but then I saw Kurt Metzger. Oh, Kurt Metzger, thank you so much. Okay, so it's what makes it all worthwhile. Okay, setting up to broadcast this new era without hair. Okay, I've realized that you have to figure out a way to always have the headphones on somehow, yet not touch your head. It's like downhill skiing. You gotta have it all together. So he's locked in. All right. Now that's a term that we discussed on a broadcast that wasn't saved. Okay, so I'm just starting to broadcast another live stream after the one that I had just done before was not saved. So I don't even know if it was even broadcast. I in the I believe throughout the whole ordeal there I, I'm pretty sure I saw that it was out there. But that was with the old you know kick stream. Like trying to set up kick stream and YouTube. You gotta simulcast. It's not enough to broadcast, but now you got simulcast. Um, done with all the casting. Okay. Uh, so I just didn't quite have it in me to uh, you know, but I just had to. I just had to look at it. Uh, what a way to dress for the occasion. Oh, am I blocking the glove? Don't let me block the glove. All right, now let me test out these new settings here. Let's see if I can uh, perhaps get out of his way a little bit. A little rusty right now. Okay, and watch out. Yeah. What a shot. What a shot. Thank you, Kurt Metzger. Okay, this is uh, what we've all hoped for. Okay, uh, and you know there'd be you know a nice reveal a bit through here too. You know I it's about like 2 minutes in. I'm like, oh, we got to let me just pause it and just watch a little bit of it. Like I anytime I try to do source material, it only seems that we're able to get through just a couple minutes of them because I like to gap apparently. So um, perhaps less uh, zoom ins, and I mean, I guess that, I mean, it's got to be transformative. So, you know, I couldn't even play a full clip if I could. You know, like I just got to stop at every little moment that I see, because it's a painting. Okay, this is life in still frame, and uh, you know, to pass it up just to kind of get the show going when you got you know, a still shot like this. It's like, all right, you know, you gotta kind of take the time to, you know, to shine. So he's got it, and he's in this generational run. You know, they all love the generational, so not me. Uh, but I'm into the hat. I'm into the earmuffs, and this is what I was gonna say about feeling locked in. So we had talked about this in the last broadcast about MK Ultra and hypnotizing, and how uh, you know, the sense of being locked in, and this is all from Control Alt History, and so we talked about some stuff, you know, and you know, maybe they pulled it. I guess I don't know, because you know, it was a lot of fun. Okay, it was a lot of fun to explore, and maybe, you know, maybe it's just like, we can't talk about this. But I don't know. Probably not. Who knows? I mean, I don't even know how to broadcast, let alone simulcast. So, uh, but you know, the time that it takes to get Kurt dressed for the occasion, you know, you gotta, you know, make sure it's not passed up, just to kind of, you know. Anyway, you guys got it. Okay, so I'm just gonna play through a little bit here and try out my new settings. Let's see if I can remember my new. Yeah, see, I'm so, yeah. So this is going to be a brand new episode. This is my episode 0. Oh man, and we got, you know, a lot of Kyle Dunnigan. Okay, a lot of Kyle Dunnigan happening, and I don't know anything about him. Okay, I never never watched much of it, so this is all just initial response. But I have seen a little bit of his stuff, and but um, uh, that was all recapped, and you know, gone over all. So but at the same time, with that last one, um, I'm not quite well. It definitely was more toward. I think I know, uh, maybe why it was, because, uh, well, I don't know. Anyway, who knows? Who knows? But let me just try this out. You know, we're all trying to, you know, transform content. Uh, but you know, you want to go to the source, and this is me watching a bit of it. Sorry, redacted. Okay, you're gonna have to give me a second to form my own opinions of what's happening. Okay, you don't have to know every little angle about every comedian. Okay, give us a chance. Um, so Kurt Metzger does that. You know, he cooks. Kurt cooks, and even the cooking thing is old hat for Kurt. Okay, he's beyond that. Like he's beyond Nephilim. He is generational. So here we are. We're just gonna press play because it took me hours to press start broadcasting. I mean hours, because I can just adjust and readjust all this stuff and forget that I have to, at least broadcast something because I'm having so much fun. This is an absolute blast, and I reconfigured everything to accommodate a whole different setup, and then end up finding out that that setup just doesn't work. So then I had to bring it on back to the way I had it, but here we are. So I got to get a nice intro, okay, because these AI summaries that you can do, they're pulling out that first hour. And if I keep having the AI summaries read back their own summaries, it can get a bit strange of what they might be, summarizing this show to be, because I still haven't figured out a way to play music at the beginning. I've been trying to do music this whole time, okay? And I got to do that beforehand, but which is fine. I've got my things I got to do to be able to speak, Imagine having to speak. It's wild. I never speak to a man, okay? No, I enjoy not having to talk. But people do. People like it, They love to just talk and talk and talk. But not me. Okay, I like to just consume. Just always eating. But let's watch this.
Just the boat.
And I want to make sure that I have the volume. Okay. Because I adjusted the levels. Oh man. A couple of them back there, the audio was off, of course. But, doing the best with what I got, and I want to make sure that I can adjust it so it's not, way out of balance, because that last one, I didn't realize that the volume was down on the YouTube. So, but anyway, and I can edit all this out. Okay, just trim off the beginning here and just start the show from here. But this is a bit of a way for me to get warmed up, because I haven't quite warmed up yet.
Kodak is not called that. How you like that Nicki Minaj, huh? Really?
What about her?
Did you watch? We've been covering TPUSA all week.
Okay, you're deep in the woods. I'm not. I stay out of that. If it seems
Why?
like
It's so great.
Because it seems like the right wing of this country is in some sort of a weird gang war.
There never was a fucking united right wing. It was a bunch of people needed some shit done that didn't get done, and now they're upset about it. And so the thought. So because here's the
Well,
thing,
it's a
the
bunch of
important
people
part.
scrambling to be in control of the narrative too.
The
right?
poly market dudes have some network. There's also like the show I sold called The Cutout. They do these cutout things where it's like you pay a company to put up. Remember when Elon showed what countries all the tweets are coming from?
Right.
Okay, why the fuck are Indians and Sri Lankans tweeting about Israel-Palestine shit, right? Well,
Right.
it's because there's these bounties they put up and you can get invited to like a circle. Remember when you would show me those things people would get of like, hey, say this shit and we'll give you this money? Well, now there's a bounty system.
So, Kurt's cooking right off the bat. They probably had a good 45-minute conversation before they started that old button. Okay. How do I know that? Because that's what I do. Okay. You should hear everything I say before I actually press play. You wouldn't believe someone could say such a thing. Okay. You would imagine the things I come up with. But no, we don't speak. Okay. That's for those surface dwellers. Okay. So now he talking about some kind of bounty thing. Interesting. Okay. You know, my introduction into Kurt was just only recently. You know, nothing, no deep lore for me with Kurt. Okay, much of anything. So, you know, I'm more into the conspiracies and all that stuff. You know, like, you know, so I'm not quite familiar with anything else that he's interested in. You know, I guess there's like some military stuff or, you know, some psyops. He loves a good psyop, you know, and he's got to, you know, write them scenes. No, we love a writer. Okay, so you got to write. But you know, I would say he's looking his best right now. I mean, this is, you know, Kurt refined, wise. He's, you know, seen beyond the veil. Fully initiated.
It's on Jimmy's channel. It's fucking amazing. So a bunch of people that I would watch them just like flip and say a thing like it's their job to say it. It was their job, but they're trying to hit a certain amount of engagement, and then you get like 50 grand.
So let me try my settings here and make sure I'm not in his way. Make sure you're getting that. Doesn't look too happy. Doesn't look too happy. Okay? This is, yeah. You know, I like it when Kurt's a little, a little agitated. Okay? He can really, shiver your timbers. He's doing it to me right now. Okay? Look at him. You know, I feel like we got the same setup. I got the hat, the headphones. Yeah. Um, but he's a survivalist. Okay.
I can't remember the name of the guy that pointed out, but it's really good fucking work.
Wow.
Ah, shit, I should have looked up.
So it's not just bots.
Oh, but that's what I was saying. He pushes back. Okay. He pushes back. He'll just make sure he can say what he wants to say. So a little bit of bulldozing, but it's nice when when everything seems a bit fake. Okay, he puts a little bit of reality in this virtual reality. So everyone's been saying just how well he's been dressing lately. He's been the talk of the town. Okay. It's like, you gotta, got someone, that's usually, you got someone helping you out. Just be like, hey, you just, so good on that. And, but I'm curious to hear what he had to say about the bounty. But that's a bit further back. We're just exploring. I haven't watched this, and I have like a whole series of clips to kind of go through and kind of take a look at. Got to change my thumbnail. Okay, I can't be looking like I'm a sitcom. Okay, so please allow for the learning curve. So I'm just learning how to do these thumbnails, and that's taken takes quite a bit of time too. And but anyway, so we're about 3.5 minutes in, or just at 4, just under 4 minutes in. Here we are.
The Bardo.
Bardo of Becoming, a Tibetan teaching after death consciousness passes through several bardos, culminating in the Bardo of Becoming, where karmic visions of one's next life arise. During this phase, there are increasingly frequent flashes of the environment, parents, and circumstances in which one will be conceived, and one is drawn towards these as a kind of refuge or new home. That's interesting, but not as interesting as the influencers.
Thank you, Perplexity.
Let's see, now that I got Chrome, it doesn't even let me get in there. It won't do. Oh, man. And you shouldn't. You should never zoom on Rogan, okay? No man should see something like that. It's Mars, okay? That's where Elon Musk is filming his Mars pursuit on small little figurines on Rogan's skull just after a show when it's nice and vascular. Okay, but I got get me in there to why won't you? Am I zoomed in all the way? Wow, just trying to figure this out. Hold on 1 second, guys, because I'm on Chrome now. All right, they said you gotta get on Chrome. So I got Chrome and I got full screen. All right, that's an upgrade. That's an upgrade from what I had, and I'm just trying to, each broadcast make sure I am able to implement something into this to kind of further the control of me. Okay, I'm completely already consumed by it, but it won't take me. Okay, I won't allow this to be a thing. Okay, this is just for now. Okay, but anyway, here again, I'm trying to zoom. Not gonna zoom. You don't zoom on Rogan. Okay, that's just what's happening. All right, here we are.
Oh yeah, no, it's all.
Thank you to our sponsor, Perplexity.
You can always tell who's getting paid to say thing because they'll use specific
Like I just got
phrases.
paid to say that.
Well, it sounds like a fair. I thought it was very interesting and informative, and
No, you don't though. Okay, he's kind of sickened by it, actually. Why won't you let me zoom? Wow, because I'm zoomed in, but now I can't even zoom out. There we go. Thank you. Bear with me. Okay, and this again, we're not mocking here or anything like this. Okay, we're not. You never mock a man. Okay, I never mock a man. I'm just, observing, and what we see here is he's not happy about that. No, he doesn't. He's kind of like, okay. It's like, wow, you really did have to kind of throw in advertisement. Yeah. Not something you want to do to Kurt, okay? Yeah. Again, he's he's not a money man. He's never been about the money. Okay. Yeah. He just now started wearing shirts with collars. So that's not a money man. Okay. There's plenty of many money men out there. He's not one of them. Okay. So it sickened him. And he's kind of sitting there and just like, man, I have so much more fun talking to just about anybody else, but I almost have to do this now. Okay, so that's not a good feeling. Okay, no one likes to be in that position. And let me back up, okay, because that's, I'm not even zooming in on his own expression. That's just sadness for Rogan. He's quite saddened by the fact that he just did that. So, I guess that's just how it is. Maybe he sees that he too might have to become that. What's going to happen, Kurt, when you're going to have to just launch into an ad right about 45 minutes into a natural conversation, and you don't quite know when they're gonna press broadcast. So you're like, oh, that's well, here we are.
Like
But
to learn if you have a brochure.
how many people are doing that? This is the thing. The conversation's always been like other countries are doing it, you
Yeah.
know, and then they have bots and fake accounts, which is definitely true as well. But it seems like also they're paying people to say things.
Yeah, well,
There's a lot of people that seem like they're doing it like it's a job, right?
me assume.
Whoa, sorry. I was about to have an opinion right there. Okay. I was just about to stop and have an opinion. And, Shane Gillis told me, don't be having no opinions. Okay. You don't be having no opinions. So he's a man with no opinions. I grew up knowing that you ain't a man if you don't got an opinion. Okay, so no man's got no opinions. Either which way. Have an opinion. Okay. But let me just let it play out here, and let's because this. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Let me back it up a bit. And I don't got. Well, actually, I do got to explain everything. It's a broadcast. Oh my God. This is meant for the speaking type. Okay. Let me get into the narration. I'll start explaining everything I see. I've been told all my life, never just point what you see. Point out what you see. But here I am. I find a way to finally point out the things I see. I don't see anything. I'm halfway blind. Okay, it's hard to see. I'm just trying to enjoy a show. Broadcasting has completely consumed my life, and just even to the point of just starting to press play. But I got a little bit of well, I want to get into it. I can't be. Let's just stay in it. I'm interrupting too much. YouTube's term and services are actually going to start telling me you have to play more of other people's contents. Please, you're speaking too much and stopping it way too, frequently. Okay, it's this whole reversal. Yeah. But yeah, that is kind of what this kind of thing is, and I'm not gonna have to, explain it every single time. But I do love a good recap. Okay, so a lot of pauses, a lot of recaps, because we're just love to speak. But again, I did lose 4 hours, and they'll take the wind out of your sails. So they know how to get you. So this could or could not actually be being sent out, and not even at a point where I can check the chat, but it's because there's no one. Yeah, exactly, and that so I can press play, or just kind of hang out. Doesn't matter. But there are times where I feel like I need to kind of do a show, not just hang out. Okay, so I'll keep the thread. And we'll just kind of do it within the thread. But there's plenty of clips out there that are taking out scenes and all that. We're not really doing that. We're just kind of watching and seeing what we find.
Assuming someone either is blackmailed or MK Ultra is me being kind of positive because
Okay, and that. Okay, and again, I'm sorry for the stops. Okay, I'm not gonna stop every time like that. I promise. Okay, but that was what the majority of the live stream was about. But anyway, it's just because it didn't broadcast somehow. It has nothing to do with what we're speaking about. But it was along those lines, but not so much. Anyway, there's a lot out there. Okay, so yeah, it's more interesting to learn about that than going to see movies, I guess. This is like conspiracy side. We like to check out comedy. Oh, and here we go. I got slogans and all that. Okay, and don't be asking your AI for slogans. Oh my God, like you gotta reset that because although it does seem to kind of do that eventually, but you gotta come up with those on your own. But Kurt Metzger right here is basically all three of the things that I enjoy covering, which is comedians, conspiracies, and current events. Okay? That's my new slogan. Don't take it, Kurt. Okay? Just because you're wearing the cool hat. Yeah. Doesn't mean you can like take my slogans. But Kurt is all that. Okay? And he's not into the fighting stuff and all that stuff. So he's a big old educational guy. He's a intellectual. So forgot what I was gonna say. I'm captivated by the hat. It again is the reason why I had to just jump on real quick and just press broadcast because I was trying to set everything up because he's doing his. I mean, he's put out a lot of good content lately, a lot. And it's a break from Fuentes. You kind of have to. That's like the Dabbleverse. You don't go in there. Okay, you just kind of like, oh my God, so much drama. Okay, so and you can kind of get a sense of how things are, but you can't be amped up about a flag every day. You got to spend some time doing other things. So Kurt seems to kind of have that kind of casual, whatever common French word there is to describe it that I just don't know because I'm not an intellectual like Kurt is. And I don't mean that in a mocking way. He is smart. Okay. And been doing like a lot of funny stuff. A lot of funny stuff, a lot of serious stuff, and he's combined them both. And it's current and also generational. So it's a good watch. Good watch. And I think that's pretty common. Like that. That's not like everyone thinks this. So I'm not, on a ledge trying to say something like this. This is very like obvious. So I'm just enjoying it. This is good content because I don't know, you can't really call it television, but this is a really good broadcast, podcast, whatever you want to call it, the show.
There's really
But their show.
a lot of these people are just sacks of shit that are going for a bounty. So
Yeah.
if you were MK Ultra, that's like kind of cooler than that, I think.
And you think some of them can just sort of justify that?
Okay. All right. Okay. So, Kerps. Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Right out of the gate. Oh, man. Okay. Well, again, who knows how long that they've been talking before they hit live, but these are more than just questions that he's asking. Okay, these are you know the reasons why Tom Segura gives him that wink at the end. Okay, we talked about all this, and again, sorry about the audio and those. Okay, I'm just learning the audio, but just know I'm working on the improvements. But Tom Segura kind of gave him a wink at the end. Just kind of, so everyone kind of says certain things around Rogan, and a lot of people have been talking about MK Ultra. Okay, a lot of people, chaos, all that. Candace Owens got her book club going. All right. And it came out of Haight-Ashbury, San Francisco. Okay. Well, who grew up in San Francisco? Okay. Who grew up with hippies? Okay. So I'm pretty sure that people are realizing this. And maybe kind of doing a bit of a nod to it or something. Okay. Just like they do to me when they start talking about how I'm only 4'3". Okay, I just let them say it and I don't let it bother me. Okay, because I know one day I'm gonna be 4'5". All right, I wrote it down, and I know that power and logos. Okay, so you write it out, you speak it, and I know one day I'm gonna be 4'5". But people would kind of poke at Joe for his height. Okay, I know how that feels. And maybe Kurt's kind of, saying stuff about bounties and MK Ultra. And again, the video that somehow disappeared out of thin air after I ended the broadcast. We talked about this, okay? We talked about the spies, okay? Yeah. The Christopher Nolan Club. Because you ain't gonna get in front of the lens of Christopher Nolan without being a spy. Okay, every single one of those people are all spies. You you gotta you gotta be a spy. Okay, that's spy network. Um, but I mean, in a matter of like 15 years, have adopted technologies that were only dreamed of. Okay, so don't know where I was going with that, but here we are. Um, so maybe there's a bit of people kind of asking, you know, we heard people have been hypnotized in those honey pots. Rogan's talked about all of this for years. Sorry, I had to get a drink of water there. So yeah, he's been saying this for years, and uh, you know, who knows? I don't think he's really into like things like that. He's not into weaponry or hunting or anything. So and he not into fighting. It's yeah, Rogan's a survivalist. He's had to fight all of his life. He's picked on his whole life, so he's not someone who's been programmed to be lethal. He had some time with you guys know all the stories. You know all the stories. But he had worked with a private investigator. Yeah. Um, but very very unique upbringing. Very unique. I'm really interested in the book he's going to write about it. The audio book, but in Kurt's voice. No, well, I don't. People are, the Russian comedian from Kill Tony. He's got that thing, where he told the story of how he met Rogan. So go back and watch that, and you'll hear what he says. Okay, everyone says this around Rogan. No one just walks up to me and starts talking about MK Ultra. Okay, they, people are, um, Yeah, he's wanting a different subject. Okay. Um, but yeah, Kurt wants to know about yeah. So kudos to Kurt for really kind of going out on a ledge like that and kind of asking him about people being MK'd ultra'd and, you know, doing bounty work. Um, I mean, there was like a show about it, the bounty hunter. So, who doesn't love a good bounty? Um, but you know, Kurt's not into that. He doesn't like people gathering souls. Okay. Um, but I've been really, really wanting to see what it's like to do a French press with that thing. That thing looks hydraulic. Um, but every time, well, they finally got a really good batch because um, anytime he drinks it, um, uh, anytime he drinks it, you know, oh, did I just skip that? Oh, I can't skip that. Um, he gets a little upset at Jamie. Okay, Jamie had to fine tune the batch. Um, it was too strong for Rogan, so they had to cut it down a bit. But yeah, Rogan doesn't want to be hearing about that stuff. You're not trying to call out Rogan 3 minutes into the show. Okay, so uh, but you know, kudos to Kurt. Okay, that's that thing that that's like Kali Yuga Kurt really creating some Kurt chaos. Um, kind of ring your cognitive dissonant bell and see where you sit with it. And he got rung a little bit. Okay, Rogan. This is Rogan being rung. He Kurt run his bell right here, and you know you're kind of inferring. So he'll Rogan's good at letting it go for the first uh, couple times, but he'll laugh the first one off and say you're crazy or you just had to, and he'll just give you a good old laugh. So he eases the tension because it's got to be tough to just call people out. Okay, I never call. I never call anybody. Okay, let alone call people out. So there's yeah, Kurt's been primed for this. He's been uh, this is very this is second nature. So he's not trying to do some kind of reveal with being on Rogan. These people that need to reveal. I'm moving to Austin, or they reveal the new book that they're coming. Well, so, you do have to promote that. You gotta. That's fine. But when it comes into like this kind of like not intended for why they were there, and all of a sudden Jelly Roll's starting the bar. He just wants it just like Joe Rogan's. Okay, he needs to learn from the bar manager. That bar manager is so good. If I could just have her train my managers in my bar. So, a lot of stuff happened, lot of lore. Okay. But here we are, just kind of, seeing what we got in the first couple minutes here. We're not gonna be watching through somebody else's show. We're just kind of seeing what we can see here. 1 second. Get some water. Now, Kurt, he can really take a gulp. I mean, he kicks that thing back pretty solid. Now, let me get in my my setup here, because I haven't checked my levels here. Okay. Set in my OBS here. I got my new hotkeys. My new hotkey setup. I have to, okay, because that whole setup that I did, I had to relearn my hotkey position. Okay, so that's what I said. This is episode 0. Okay, I had to reset everything, but I think it's best to just kind of like not do overkill with all the different angles. When you're a new OBS streamer, you realize you can be part of the scene. Okay. So a lot of fun moving those cameras around, but there does well. No, we will still for sure do that. We will for sure still continue to do that, because I'm still in the beginning stages. But I do need to have a bit of a thread for the show, and we'll get there. But here we are.
That bounty, whatever country's paying it, hey, they have their own
Specific.
rights.
It's specific, like billionaires and shit pay
right.
it.
And it works both ways, I'm sure.
Both
a lot
ways
of the
with what?
anti-Israel.
Okay, now yeah, because that's a chunk of money that you got to move. How do they pay that out? But okay. Kurt's saying a lot. Okay, Kurt's saying. See, with me, I say a lot and I'm not saying anything. Okay. Kurt says a lot and a very little, but he can rattle on. But in just these few minutes, he said a lot, and I'm having I don't know if I want to quite have an opinion of what he's saying. I shouldn't have an opinion of everything, and this is just a stream, okay? I'm not trying to like have a show or anything like that. I'm just watching stuff, okay? These are these people's shows, and I'm just a watcher, okay? And a reactor. I gotta react to things or comment to them, or comment whatever it's called. I don't know. It's been a long night. Commentator. So yeah, but Kurt here, he said a lot. He said a lot, and he's implying that. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not even sure if that's even the case. Okay, that's just um, you know, it seems like with the way Rogan's kind of pushing back on it, or it might be about someone that they know. Okay, but yeah, Kurt's kind of kind of poking in there, yeah, trying to rattle his cognitive dissonant bell. So uh, so let's take it back, and I mean, because yeah, he said quite a bit even before all this, but here we go.
Of this country is in some sort of a weird gang war.
There never was a fucking united right wing. It was a bunch of people needing some shit done that didn't get done, and now they're upset about it. And so because here's the
Well,
thing,
it's a bunch of people scrambling
a bit too
to be
much,
in control of the
we'll just let it
narrative.
play
the
out.
poly market dudes have some network. There's also like the show I sold called The Cutout. They do these cutout things where it's like you pay a company to put up. Remember when Elon showed what countries all the tweets are coming from?
Right.
Okay. Why the fuck are Indians and Sri Lankans tweeting about Israel-Palestine shit, right? Well,
Right.
it's because there's these bounties they put up, and you can get invited to like a circle. Remember when you would show me those things people would get of like, hey, say this shit and we'll give you this money? Well, now there's a bounty system. It's on Jimmy's channel. It's fucking amazing. So a bunch of people that I would watch them just like flip and say a thing like it's their job to say it. It was their job, but they're trying to hit a certain amount of engagement, and then you get like 50 grand. I can't remember the name of the guy that pointed out, but it's really good fucking work.
Wow.
Ah, shit, I should have looked up.
So
All right. So the 50K hit squad. All right, we already know about the 7K. There's a 50K. Now, do you think it, you know, do you think do you think Kurt stepped into that, um, or is he saying that Rogan's doing that? Because Rogan's been stopping a lot of people from talking, okay? And of course, why wouldn't you when you're trying to run your own show, okay? Not everything's got to be an open dialogue, okay? You can just have your own show and don't have to talk about everything, okay? But you got to give what the people want, okay? You can't get too experimental. But Kurp's saying a lot right here, because Kurp doesn't really, he doesn't take shit from anyone, okay? So he'll just call you right out. So he's calling Rogan out right now. He's telling them that that he knows, okay? Like, you can look your absolute best and tell a man about the bounties, okay? Now, usually the way that people learn about something is through experience. So, Kurt, what you doing with that hunting hat for? Okay. Looking pretty nice that looks brand new, Kurt. Barely broken in. It appears like you might have come into a bit of money. I'm just, yeah, again, Shane Gillis, I had no opinion, okay? I had already mentioned how nice you look, okay? So I already, you know, gave you your flowers, okay? Because you walking in here looking all sharp like that, you on Rogan, and okay, so uh, so you paid Rogan respect by looking nice, looking like you got a little bit of money. So I've been saying the past couple episodes that he's been dressing pretty nice. He's been looking nice, and I have yet to even get through all the great Kurt material out there. I mean, this is really good stuff. And while watching it, I'm like, oh, looks like he's kind of upped his wardrobe a bit. I appreciate the newer t-shirts. Okay, but now he's got a collar, so he's doing a collared shirt. You don't see him in a collar very much. Okay, he's in those military green shirts all the time. That's all he does. And those flat denim jeans, but the thick ones from I don't know what they are because I go from the original source. But the knockoff ones basically. But no, he's upgraded and he's got, I would say one of the best shows. Well, one of the better shows out there. Definitely not. I mean, you know, there are definitely really good shows out there. But Kurt's been a fun watch. And really good community, and you can tell he's having fun, and that's what's really important. You know, a lot of times Rogan doesn't look like he's having fun. So but Kurt, that's a lot, just swinging for the fences in the first 5 minutes, Kurt. Because again, I wanted to just jump on real quick and hit broadcast. Oh, don't rewind it. Oh my gosh. Because I was just really enjoying the outfit. You know, I haven't watched any of this, and Group's just really kind of going in strong right out of the gate. I thought it'd have to be like Gillis right at the end talking about Fuentes. And you know, we took a look at that, and you know, a lot of stuff out there. But yeah, they've been telling stories for ages and ages. You know, they gotta go deeper. You know, so they're now moved on to the streets. Okay, these are the city walkers. So he dresses like he, you know, is always outside walking. He's a street walker. Tom Segura is a street walker. Okay, these people want to know where the public bathrooms are at all times because they're always outside for some reason, walking around. And he's talking about people being hypnotized by MK Ultra and taking bounties. And now it's kind of turned into, well, now you just have to say something. But they're still doing bounties, okay? A lot of bounty bouncing around, okay? You gotta, that's what Florida's for, okay? So, but here we are, Kurt Metzger. Yeah, going in hot. I mean, he's going in hot. So let me rewind it a bit here.
Point it out, but it's
because I didn't know what we were going to be really watching here, and these zooms. Okay, I lost the ability to do a smooth zoom because of Chrome. Okay, I haven't yet to figure that out. Okay, I've foregone my Safari experience of smooth zooming. Oh wait, I guess check the chat. I haven't checked the chat. Something happened here. Wow, I can't. I have no chat up, so sorry guys. I know. Let me see. Oh wait, let me open it up here because is that? Oh boy, we got some. Let me catch. Okay, because again, I think come into this doing like a full show like Melton. Okay, Melton's got that full show. Then he checks the chat and reads them off. I almost forgot there was a camera. Okay, I'm just kind of going in and just watching something and having you guys follow along. But let me check. Oh boy, what are you guys saying? It's probably old true. Okay, like I'm not some expert. Okay. Okay, I know exactly. Okay, yes, I know. There's okay. I haven't even been able to read all that. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh boy. This and it's. I'm sure it's all true too. Okay. Should this be the chat reading time because it's the first time I've ever had a chat. I mean, I've never had a chat in my life. Oh my god, you give me a chat and I'm ignoring it. Oh man, but that's what Crypt does to me. He makes it so difficult to do multitasking things. If you read my god, oh my gosh. Oh, we got some chatters here. Okay, so now, yes, I do need to snap into it. Thank you. That is okay. Because again, that's what I was trying to tell you. The technology was really getting to me. This, trying to start. So it kind of wore me out a little bit, and I haven't quite gotten fired up. Okay, but yes, I will find a better way to integrate. I can. Oh boy, here we go. I forgot that I set this up. Okay, so let me try it. Because again, I was in the settings all for hours. Okay, for hours, trying to set up all these cool things. I got the little Jason banner up there. That's Jason Baramis. Okay, so I think on one of these things I got the chat in the screen. So do you guys want to see the chat in the screen? Because I'm sure I'm sure you're all right. Because you gotta make sure that. All right, here's one of them. All right, we got a chat here, folks. Okay, so sorry to ignore. Okay. And I can't even read. Okay, here we go. We got a chat, folks. So now listen, you're all part of the show too. Okay, so you know you can say what needs to be said, and I have just yet the ability to be able to read it because I used to know where I could pull the doc for the text, but it's no longer there. I don't know why the text doc is not on OBS right now, but but anyway, so I also don't want to just kind of yes, okay, you guys know it too. Okay, here I've got to figure out a way to let me get this chat out so I can actually see it because I can't even read it. It's in such a awkward place. I don't know why I'm going through my restream regrets. Okay. All right. So yeah, we got. Oh great. We got some bots, but we got some good good critique. Thank you. And Justin said thank you. Okay. So let me get back to it. Thank you guys. And it's hard for me to even see these texts. So again, over the time, I'm trying to find a way to integrate this. But here we go. But thank you so much. And I'm just gonna keep on going. But here we are. So, but if you can see those texts, or if you can see that chat, then I'm okay with that. Okay, I haven't figured out how to do a full bigger screen for the chat. Here we go. But so Kurt, oh, but that's just not fair for you guys. I need to be able to know everything. No, maybe I'll check occasionally, but here we go. But Kurt here, he's he's got that, the MK knowledge. Okay, so he has he had, I don't, but here we are. Okay, so he's, Kurp's giving it to us. Okay, so and he's kind of letting Joe know right now, and right there he's even in how he's positioned himself. This is not like aggravated Kurt. Okay, he's not aggravated. He's not, super annoyed right now. This is him. I know exactly what you did. Kind of look. Okay. He's really good at that look, and he's pointing that thing right at Rogan. Okay. I'd walk on the other side of the street if someone looked at me like that. But he's just like, so let's hear what he's saying. And
Indians and Sri Lankans tweeting about Israel-Palestine shit, right? Well,
Right.
It's because there's these bounties they put up, and you can get invited to like a circle. Remember when you would show me those things people would get of like, hey, say this shit and we'll give you this money?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now there's a bounty system. It's on Jimmy's channel. It's fucking amazing.
so did he just say something there? I mean, with what you just, because he goes, what you just showed me,
Tweeting about Israel-Palestine shit, right? Well,
Right.
It's because there's these bounties they put up, and you can get invited to like a circle. Remember when you would show me those things people would get of like, hey, say this shit and we'll give you this money? Well, now there's a bounty system. It's on Jimmy's channel. It's fucking amazing. So a bunch of people that I would watch them just like flip and say a thing like it's their job to say it. It was their job, but they're trying to hit a certain amount of engagement, and then you get like 50 grand. I can't remember the name of the guy that pointed out, but it's really good fucking work. Ah, shit, I should have looked up.
So it's not just bots.
The
It's
Bardo.
Bardo of Becoming, a Tibetan teaching after death consciousness passes through several bardos, culminating in the Bardo of Becoming, where karmic visions of one's next life arise.
Yes. So I'm all, here we go. I mean, he's just like, get Rogan off of the fighting stuff. I mean, it's all good. It's all good, but there's a whole other landscape. I don't need to be hearing Alex Stein talking about Acacia Records, okay? He's taking that from me, okay? Don't be telling me that Alex Stein didn't watch my stream, okay? He's taking my cadence and my slogans, okay? Acacia Records is mine, Alex Stein. So, already getting Rogan, Acacia record up, okay? Get him in that little, the sweet karma of Kali Yuga. All right. So Rogan loves a little Kali Yuga talk. You guys already know what I said about, Stavros, okay? He's full Kali Yuga. All right. He's full Kali Yuga. So don't be stepping on Stavros, okay? He will straight up go into that karate kick move where the crane, he'll set up right on the crane. Anyway, here we are. I got to check the chat. Let me just play for a little bit, okay? YouTube's terms of service, they're going to try to get me to play more people's content. I already told you that early on, okay? So I'll find that flow, that sweet Wu Wei, okay? And here we are.
During this phase, there are increasingly frequent flashes of the environment, parents, and circumstances in which one will be conceived, and one is drawn towards these as a kind of refuge or new home. That's interesting, but not as interesting as the influencers.
Thank you, Perplexity.
Oh yeah, no, it's all.
Thank you to our sponsor, Perplexity.
You can always tell who's getting paid to say thing because they'll use specific
I just got
phrases.
paid to say that.
Oh, my YouTube
sounds like
went
a fair-
in through.
I thought it was very interesting and
My chat
informative,
works.
and, I'd like to learn if you have a brochure.
How many people are doing
Sorry,
that?
guys.
This is the thing. The conversation's always been like other countries are doing it.
Yeah.
And then they have bots and fake accounts, which is definitely true as well. But it seems like also they're paying people to say things.
Yeah, well,
There's a lot of people that seem like they're doing it like it's a job, right?
me assuming someone either is blackmailed or MK Ultra is me being kind of positive because really a lot of these people are just sacks of shit that are going for a bounty.
Okay, he's harping on the middle class. Kurt, I thought you're a man of the people. There's people trying to put bread on the table, Kurt. No, you wouldn't want to be taking money away from someone. Yeah, but Kurt's talking about that bounty, okay? I like that little bounty. I'm learning so much from you, Kurt. Okay. He locks me right in. I'm all MK'd, hypnotized by Kurt's new Carhartt. Okay? That is what the K stands for. No one knows. Okay, that's the thing. No one knows what the K stands for in MK Ultra but me. Okay, only I know what the K stands for. And you ain't ever gonna get it out of me. Yeah, you ain't ever gonna get it out of me. Okay? No one knows what the K stands for in MK Ultra. Nobody. But he's talking about my favorite subject, MK Ultra. Throw some CERN in there, and you got a night. Okay. I like a little CERN in my MK Ultra, and a little side of Monarch too. I mean, you gotta get Monarch in there because we need to hear those tones. Okay, we are here for it, Kurt, and you make this look so much easier than it is because it's quite difficult to wear a headphone over a big old hat. I must go Eskimo. Kurt's already figured that out.
So
Yeah.
if you were MK Ultra, that's like kind of cooler than that, I think.
And you think some of them can just sort of justify that bounty, that, whatever country's paying it, hey, they have their own rights.
It's
Whatever country's paying. Okay, so now, yeah, we're getting into all this. But didn't we hear about Candace? Okay, Candace had a hit out. Okay, people, I want to just start watching Candace because she's cracking cases with Candace Owen. All right, now, I only just started watching TV. I didn't realize what all these city walkers did. Okay, I just crawl around. I don't got time for walking. Okay, but all this, Candace coverage. So, people are, she said that, oh, sorry guys. See, let these people actually be the ones giving the knowledge. Okay, I just gotta keep it light and funny because I don't even know half these people's names. Okay, but anyway, the Macron. Okay, so the Macrons, possibly getting a hit on Candace. Okay, so yeah, he's like, what? So people are paid $50K to, yeah. Is that all right? So this is right out of the gate, Kurt. Man, thank you so much. Okay, and if I only had the smoothness of Safari for the zoom ins. Oh, Chrome. So let's take it back again. Sorry. We'll get through it. Okay, we'll get through it.
but MK Ultra, that's like kind of cooler than that, I think.
And you think some of them can just sort of justify that bounty, that, whatever country's paying it, hey, they have their own rights.
It's specific, like billionaires and shit pay
Right.
it.
And it works both ways, I'm sure. I'm sure a
Both
lot
ways
of the
with what?
anti-Israel stuff, people being paid a bounty, don't you think? Don't you think like there's certain people
okay.
involved in that as well that are probably being paid? It's from
that,
all around, right?
That crime that got done in Gaza, and they're done now, so everybody can relax. They got it done, yeah. Oh yeah, it's done. So watch Norman Finkelstein; he'll explain it to you. But so that crime that's done now, the reason that the frantic buying up of the media by Larry, the shadow president Larry Ellison, is because they lost the next generation of trauma-controlled fucking mind slaves, because on TikTok, these psychopaths bragged about crimes they did to people. And all the young Zoomies are on there, including in America, where we were force-fed woke bullshit by the oligarchs who are now suddenly horrified because they didn't think it would blow back, that their kids would absorb that crap. Guess who has not had woke programming for the last 12 years? Israel. So you can tell who's involved with the propaganda now because they have no concept of the sensitivities of these gender blobs that were made in this country. So now they lost the next generation. So now they're frantically buying TikTok. They're putting Barry Weiss in charge of fucking. That's going to work out great. I'll bet she's already out based on the town hall alone that we covered. One of the worst things I've ever seen.
I didn't see it.
Well, you're lucky, but we covered it all.
I'm trying to stay.
See, and then he gets to, kind of just give all that information out, and then just, Rogan's just deflecting away. So Kurt's got to say, well, I just got to know it because the show I'm on with Jimmy Dore, Kurt, it's okay, man. You just say that you know it for your own reasons, okay? But you're getting Rogan locked in, aren't you? Okay, he's all locked up right out the gate. He ain't loose. He's trying to reach, like I do, to get to that 6-foot level, okay? Rogan is trying to be as tall as he can, okay? Got the shoulders up. He is locked. So you are, you know, being directed on, like Kurt loves to kind of direct the conversation. And if you're not at that energy, it can be a lot. But it also seems that Kurt might actually be, inferring some stuff. But here we are. Just watch. Because I gotta watch something. I haven't watched. I've only been producing. Okay. But here we are. So we'll watch a little bit of this because we got other stuff, but I thought that maybe be nice to just do one clip, a stream, but here we are. We'll figure it out.
Stay out of most of this stuff because every time I talk to you, I get dragged in, and I get
To what?
paranoid and anxiety.
Oh yeah, no, you could be.
Yeah, to what, Rogan? He wants to know. Because he just rang your bell. Okay, so he was about to get some fresh information, the stuff that he loves, okay? He loves to get the new stuff. So, here we are. Okay, how did I, how were you, felt like you were drugged in? Let's take it back. Let's see. I'll let it play out. But and I probably need to pay more attention. This is me not paying full attention to this. Okay, I need to pay full attention to this, and I'm just seeing these little, minutia kind of stuff. So I'll play it out. Sorry, this is here.
Doc, they're putting Barry Weiss in charge of fucking. That's gonna work out great. I'll bet she's already out based on the town hall alone that we covered. One of the worst things I've ever seen.
I didn't see it.
Well, you're lucky, but we covered it all.
I'm trying to stay out of most of this stuff because every time I talk to you, I get dragged in, and I get paranoid and anxiety.
Oh yeah, no, you could be killed. I mean, you saw what happened to Charlie Kirk. Oh no, you easily could be killed, and
Have you thought about it, Kurt? How many times have you thought about that? A lot of people want Rogan gone. Kurt, are you? Yeah, why are you saying this? Okay, that's not. Kurt, man. Okay. You gotta love him. You gotta
every time I
love
talk
Kurt.
to you, I get dragged in, and I get paranoid and anxiety.
Oh yeah, no, you could be killed. I mean, you saw what happened to Charlie Kirk. Oh no, you easily could be killed, and yeah, I don't know.
Does Jimmy worry about that?
Jimmy got his phone hacked with Pegasus that time.
Yeah.
He got the Bohemian Grove thing is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it's so funny because you could tell he's one of 12 kids because he feels left out of shit still in a way with things. And it's like, why did I go that thing? I'm like, well, you got an opportunity, and then you brought up that Nixon joke about Bohemian Grove. You know the Nixon quote?
Yeah.
He goes, you heard that quote, right? And they go, no. They'd not heard it.
They'd not. Come on.
And he said it, and then they didn't laugh. Nobody laughed.
Let's play the recording of Nixon saying it because it's even funnier. Hey, we're back.
Hey,
Oh,
We got an issue.
what happened?
Two podcasts in a row. The podcast. Yeah, we got a software glitch.
oh. Okay. Now here. Okay. Now, this is what I've been telling Kurt for a long time. Okay. All right, Kurt's got that energy. Okay, Kurt's an energy guy, whether he wants to admit it or not. Okay, he's a resonator. He hates resonators, but he resonates. Okay, and when he starts laughing like that, he short circuits the broadcast. Okay, he does it to his own shows all the time. So, now, I want to believe Rogan saying that something did happen with the broadcast and that something, and that wasn't his kind of, little kill switch to Jamie, like Rogan's got a button underneath that table, that handmade beautiful oak desk table. Got everybody want to be a table maker. Couldn't imagine trying to make tables. Okay, just sit in a chair. What do you need a table for? But he's got a button, a little kill switch button, and he also has one. He's got a little zapper in the seat. Anytime Tucker Carlson, you think that Tucker Carlson laugh is natural. No, he developed it from this built-in zapper that Rogan's got in the seat. And you go back and watch Tucker Carlson's interviews, you see that he's actually getting shocked. Okay, he's just, whoa! Okay, that's how he laughs. Whoo! Okay, he's getting zapped. So, but... okay, so his feed just got cut. And Rogan's already trying to go to the bathroom on Gillis. Okay. He's been directing conversations for quite some time. Okay, and quite a bit since Chalakek. Okay, CK. So yeah, here we are. These are very hot positions, or hot topics. So, and that's why I've adopted the Gillis approach. No opinions. Okay, you just drink that French press. Okay, but Kurt's got him. Kurt's got some opinions, but here we are.
What were we just talking about?
Nixon audio.
The Nixon audio.
The sweet
But
audio.
in his own voice, the faggiest damn thing I've ever seen.
From time to time, I've been there.
Yeah,
The San Francisco crowd.
So I think there's always been places where dudes go to get their freak on. The lost Nixon tapes. Here it is. During discussion with Hadelman and
So Rogan's, talked a lot about them, those honeypots, them John Does or whatever, the two-way mirrors, or whatever, out in San Francisco. So, what happened, Rogan? What happened?
Kissinger about youth conference, annual youth conference. The subject turned to homosexuality and society.
As it always does.
Give me some of
I
this.
want to make sure it's the right one, though. I don't know if it is.
I mean,
Oh,
every
this says
quote.
gays are born that way? No, this
Yeah,
seems
that's not
different.
Bohemian Grove, yeah.
Oh, well, Nixon was progressive. Gays are born
He's
that
a real
way.
Lady Gaga.
You know the whole Nixon getting booted from the White House story, right? You know, the Watergate story, how they
fake
set him
ass
up?
Bob Woodward. Yeah.
Oh my God, how crazy is that?
Wow, your naval intel and your first big break is the Watergate.
How crazy is that story? It's
Well,
a complete story.
It's the template for all of the media for how long, dude?
Here it is.
Yeah.
President Richard.
And there it is. Okay, he does a nice big one. Okay, I don't need to be pausing, but
Boy. Now, guess what?
oh, yeah, sorry.
From time to time. This is that quote. It's the most faggy goddamn thing you could ever imagine.
You know what's funny? Sir Cecil Rhodes, he kept saying he wanted to make bundles of men, you know, like a bundle of sticks of men in his round tables.
That's
a
hot.
bundle of sticks is, of course, a faggot. That's not
Right,
the
right,
slur.
right.
But the goal of Cecil Rhodes was to create secret faggots around the world.
Hold on a second. Here we go. I think Rogan just cut my feed here. Hold on a second.
Secret ones.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Sorry about that. I think Rogan just cut my feed there. Let me make sure that everything is still set up and recording here. Okay, we're back. Okay. Whoa. Wait, unless that was Kurt's laugh again. Okay, now. Mine went to full screen accidentally. Okay, you gotta quickly get out of that. So make sure all right, here we are. So we're back on.
Bundles of men.
Oh, there it is again. Sorry. Here we go. Ooh, did that record like that? Oh, wait. I'm just gonna try one more time. I don't know if I could. So does that show the full screen? Oh no, or does it go to gray? Okay, I'm just assuming that it's going to go to the gray screen.
Fraternal organization.
Because, and then that should be back to where it was, right? Okay, I'm just going to assume that that's how you got to do it because that's how Safari was. You know, I can't. I'm a Chrome guy now. No, I love computers. I've been around computers my whole life. Okay, I'm basically old computer. So these things are second nature to me, and I love a good computer talk. You wanna talk about hard drive space and solid states. Ooh, you know, give me a good, 50-minute video of a person talking about the differences of the external hard drives. But for now, I guess we got to settle with some old Kurt. Okay, so Kurt, man, just like short-circuiting my broadcast. Okay, but oh wait, I'm large screen here, but I don't explain. All right, here we go. Let's play here, and let me.
The names don't matter if you're dumb group, whatever. Everybody's in a stupid fucking the Knights of the Order of some gay shit, right?
Skull and Bones.
Yeah, and look, when he's saying the F slur like that, I don't think he just means a little bit of man-on-man action. I think he's talking about the ceremonies and the dress up.
Oh yeah, the dress up, the whole Renaissance fair thing.
Yeah, like the owl thing. Like, never mind anything you heard they did. Okay, that's just nonsense talk. But just the things you know they did.
The video that
Why
Alex
are they doing
Jones
that?
got. The video that Alex Jones got is, and he did it by the way back with John Ronson, back when Alex Jones
Yeah, I
wasn't
know John Ronson.
radioactive.
Yeah.
So Alex Jones and John Ronson sneak into Bohemian Grove. Alex Jones filmed them. Everybody was like, he's crazy. He's a kook. He's filming them doing this fucking wacky ceremony in front of Molech, the owl god.
No, well, it's not Molech.
It isn't?
No.
What is the owl?
I mean, first of all, from what I understand, Molech is a type of sacrifice usually to Baal, which is like a rich man. You know,
Well, I thought that owl, the big owl.
it was
that-
not Molech.
Oh,
Molech
which
was
one's
never,
owl? Moloch. Is
I've
Moloch
heard
not
the
an owl?
owl's called Care, like that cremation of Care. There's an, but it's supposed to be the Artemis owl, from what I understand,
Oh,
or
okay.
Athena, Artemis, the same thing.
Doesn't have a specific names, but it's a symbol of Minerva, the Roman goddess of wisdom, representing the club's values. That's what they say.
Yeah, the
is.
club's values are so.
Shut up with that.
Whenever
Can I
they say
see-
wisdom, that means magic shit.
Can
That's
I
what
see
that
an
means.
image of what?
Okay, well, Rogan's not. Rogan's kind of, kind of pushing back, trying to. Usually he'll just, okay, that's, what it is, but got a little bit of skepticism in him after all, I guess. Oh, Rogan. Okay, so don't lose that. Okay. So that's the Kurt effect. You get skeptical of everything, okay? And that's what Rogan's talking about. He said, every time I'm around you, I get sucked in and I feel paranoid about everything because you start becoming skeptical of everything, okay? And Kurt is all of that, okay? He is skeptical of Rogan. He wants to know about the bounties. Okay. He's said it, about 100 times now. And I don't, no man should exaggerate. I'm not exact. Let's not exaggerate, but he's said it quite often. Okay. And here he is talking about all this stuff. And all right. This, like a little Kurt pushing back. This is it's good. Now if I only had that Safari Zoom. Okay. I had my there, that's why. Okay. Alright, I'm learning this. Here you go.
What that statue, large owl statue, looks like?
Oh, they make a big deal about misidentifying it as Moloch.
Come on, man, that is weird as fuck. Okay, so what does Moloch look like? Just pull that up. Let's find out what Moloch looks like.
I think I
Okay, Moloch is it's kind of like the horned kind of thing, right? It's kind of like it's not the goat. It's more like a bull's head, right? On a big old body. Okay, I like it. I don't like that, but I like a good Shiva. Okay, give me a good Shiva any day. But Moloch and all that stuff. That's a little too whimsical for me. Okay, I don't like them whimsy stuff. I like the natural energy, nature, the elements, okay? Not through all that. But I ain't got no opinion, okay? Gillis Tommy, no opinions, okay? No opinions. I used to laugh. We were finding laughter, okay? So that's why I don't really stay in those conspiracies too long. Okay, I can't be thinking about how everything is, can't spend too much time on that. So, but here we are. Kurt's, giving a lot, and this is, and Rogan had to wrap it up early too. That's a 2:30er. Okay, he ain't. Now, there's a lot of numerology happening here, okay? That's a lot of Illuminati and numerology right there. But Rogan had to wrap it up early because, if you're not at Kurt's frequency, it can wear on you. So Rogan got worn out. But I can keep up with it. Don't let my slow slow chill today, fool you. I can keep up with the rest of the best of them, but today's just more chill, observing, making sure those settings are set, because I've spent a couple of days already just making sure that this is broadcasting. Okay, so this is yeah, I was going to not do this, and I should have. Screw all of this. No, love it, and but sorry to blow your ears out. I got to keep those levels nice for you. Okay, gotta get that radio voice. So yeah, so you don't gotta listen to Rogan's monotone. He's or mono. His show's in mono. Here we are.
I think now they no longer think Moloch was an actual god, and they think it was a type of sacrifice.
An ancient Christian. So Moloch
'Cause
was
that's-
like a bull.
That's Baal. I mean, there's a
Baal?
bunch. Well, there's a bunch of Baals. There's Baal Hadad, Baal Ammon.
Okay, but which is Moloch and Baal connected?
Okay. Now, you already know that Kurt's a quasicolado. Okay, he loves a good quasicolado. Okay, he looks like quasicolado right there. He's trying to go Shiva. You got a long way before you go Shiva. Okay, you gotta know that the inner vision. Okay, you ain't got that inner vision. You're all outside yourself. Okay, but he's trying to go Shiva. You ain't getting there. Okay, but you're full quasicolado right now. Okay, Kurt's full quasicolado, and you already know about quasicolado, who lives in Colorado. Okay, he's the Mesoamerican Aztec ancient deity. Okay, so we got a whole song about it. We gotta go through the archives, okay, because I can't be recapping all day. Because it's daytime where I am, okay? Daytime. And that's all you're gonna know. But please, send all your requests to San Diego, California, 5 P.O. Box 300879428. And we'll reply back. But here we are, old Quasicolado. Looking like he's from Colorado. And he loves talking deities, okay? So here we are. We got MK Ultra. We got bounties. We got deities. And we got the best I've seen Kurt. So he's in dangerous waters. He's got the flower blossoms right before it dies. Okay, so you got to be real careful. That's not from me, or I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, don't want to see anything happening to Kurt. Okay, he's dropping a lot of knowledge. We like it. And Rogan's got his routine. Okay, so he's got to talk about the, whatever that thing's called, the old thing, the bundle and sticks. Oh, and that's what they're talking about too. Yeah. So he's just going through the routine, just all, and they sacrificed a little thing of sticks, and everyone's like, oh, okay, sure, yeah, right. The screams that are coming from that video is fake, and it's just a bunch of sticks that they're burning. But some people, I don't know. I don't know what's out there. But here we are, and I gotta make sure that you guys are Make sure the screen is good. Okay, here we are. So we got a little deity action. I feel like my chat's taking over. I got to do a chat check, a chat check, like Chet Hanks. I haven't quite mastered the Chet Hanks. Check. Sorry. Oh my god, it's been late. Okay, real late. Here we are.
Because there were all these Moloch pictures
So
of
the
showing
baby,
like a bull.
okay. So the sacrifice itself, from what I understand, and you probably somebody on that could correct it, but at this point they kind of think because it only says MLK in the original writing, so it's a type of sacrifice
don't
to the
bump
bull
the bear.
god. You understand?
Right.
It's a Molech sacrifice, so you get material gain for your firstborn. Like that's a Molech.
Oh God, look at this one.
And I love the Michael Jackson glove. Okay, so that's some Jared Leto stuff right there. Okay, he's vibrating. Okay, he can't touch metal. Okay, so whoa, he's for someone who doesn't like resonating, he sure doesn't want to touch metal. Afraid the energy's gonna get zapped out of you, Kurt. Okay. How dare you wear that and wear it so well? Okay, that is this is Pete Kirp here. Okay, this is some good stuff. And what I thought, with Jimmy Dore and Kirp's kind of back and forth, I think it's good for both of them. I thought that maybe, Jimmy Dore's got he's from another generation. Okay, so don't cross Jimmy Dore. Okay, nobody crosses Jimmy Dore, and the only one that can really kind of stand his ground and not feel berated constantly, it's good old Kurt. Okay, because that's his love language. Okay, so he's been good for Jimmy Dore, and but he's kind of brought his all his knowledge to the table, and so he's kind of doing his run. And he talked about having to shave the beard, and it's a bit of regret, because you're looking good. So he captured the pictures, and he was talking about it on his 2-hour and 22-minute drop, big old 2 for New Year's Eve. I've yet to get. I'm still trying to go through it. It's great. I like to spend a good week on something. I'm not into this fast consumption, so as you could, I guess, tell. Okay, but we'll move these along too. But again, I want to make sure that YouTube doesn't think I'm just watching stuff. Okay, because I got copy strike for another one. Maybe I shouldn't even say it on here because they're gonna put it in the summary. Okay, those AI summaries. Here we are. Good stuff, Chris.
I think that's what it is.
Look
now.
at this one, the statue of men that's stuffed with men.
What's the big deal? We do that.
So it's all no, it's the stick. Always the stick stuff. Okay. There's other deities and stuff to talk about. Like why we. So everyone brings this up. So, and Rogan knows this. So we just gotta assume that he's bringing it up because good old Rogan, might have been part of in some of those little parties, maybe. I don't know. Okay, Alex Jones was there, but I'm not too much into that lore. Okay, I just started watching Asmongold. Okay, I'm learning the news from Asmongold and dropping subs like Hassan. Okay, but I got a mind for some of that divine. Okay, and Kurt does it. Okay, Kurt knows how to ring your cognitive consciousness bell. So he's bringing up all this stuff within the first 12 minutes. So we're, just 12 minutes in, and I feel like we could still go back and discuss all those topics, because I would like to know about these MK Ultra bounty guys that Kurt seems to be, talking about. So here we are. Let me try to readjust. Here, I'm gonna readjust the screen and let me play this out a little bit.
People do that. Burning Man, we commemorate it. Yo, can't rich old fruits have a Burning Man of their own?
They already do. It's called Burning Man.
Yeah, it's called just blowing people up.
Canaanite deity associated with, in biblical sources with the practice of child sacrifice. It derives from combining the consonants of the Hebrew melech, king, and the vowels boshet, shame, the later often being used in the Old Testament as a variant name for the popular god Baal. So maybe they're calling it, was he calling it Molech? Because that's how Alex Jones was referring to it. Was it because it was a child sacrifice?
Maybe, and also keep in mind, just because it's an owl, whatever, people that do goofy pagan shit, you gotta think of it like Diddy changing his name every time he does a crime.
Right.
That's how these gods work. So it'll be like, no, his name's not that, it's this other thing. And you're like, wait, they're both. And so you can mix and match them. It's called alchemy. You could.
We all know about Mark's alchemy, okay? His producer, Mark, he's completely alchemized in his studio. He is his environment. So Kurt right now, he's feeling that too, okay? So he's becoming man and beast, death and life, creation, destruction, all at once, okay? You got, no man has ever matched more than Kurt Metzger. Okay, no man has ever matched so well than Kurt Metzger. Look at him. He's got all that. So, you
grind them in their constituents and mix and match them all kinds of great ways.
That being said, they're doing something weird. They're wearing robes, they're chanting, and they're carrying a bundle of sticks that's supposed to like represent a body or something like that.
And then they're going to talk.
Burning an effigy.
There's the word, effigy. I knew you were gonna say it, Rogan. You always gotta say your effigy, and you look at me with them effigy eyes, looking at me like you trying to hide them Japanese. And I don't mean those Japanese. I meant that Japanese saying of the Suzuku eyes. Okay, I'm not saying you don't look I mean, you kind of do. I'm not trying to say that though. Okay, what I'm saying is you're trying to hide your Sudoku eyes, Rogan, whenever you say effigy. Okay, you love to say effigy. The bundle of sticks.
The whole thing.
Oh, let me get out of it. There we go. Here we are. So, all right, we're back. Sorry if that went great for a second there. And I don't mean,
it's fucking bizarre. If somebody invited me to that, and then that's what we went and did, I would never hang out with them again. I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you
What
people?
if you have to make a decision to be a fucking mass murderer on the order of any mass murder they told you is bad, and so you need to cremate your care?
Or you want to sell natural gas and get that pipeline opened up.
Yeah, and I want to burn my dull care about the bad things I'm doing away, because I can't not do it. I'll be killed. So
also, you want to be compromised, because that's how you do business.
That's how I do business. That's how I met my dolphin wife, Shoshana Rothman.
Okay. All right, let's just take a look back here, okay? So just in all that time, sorry for that cursor action here. I'm trying to do other things in the background here. These now let's take it back and let's see what you just said there. Okay. Now, I see them streamers, they keep their chats up there, but their chats move. So that means you guys are up there. Now, I never show another man's chat. Okay. I'm not trying to show another man's chat when I go on other shows. I like to watch the subject. Okay. But when I watch my own show, when I watch these shows, I participate in it and I chat. Okay, so I like being in the chats. But if I need to maybe not have you on the screen, I don't know what the protocol is, but it seems like they have it. Alex Stein's got his chat rolling on the screen, but he's figured out how to maybe make it a little bit smaller. I haven't quite gotten there, folks. Okay, no, I can do it real quick, but want to make sure you guys are enjoy, involved if you like, but don't mean to keep you on the screen if you don't want. But here we are. But he's bringing the stuff up. So let's take it back here and
Compromised, because that's how you do business.
That's how I do business. That's how I met my dolphin wife, Shoshana Rothman.
yeah, now that might be initiation, Gerp. Okay, so he that's the actors having to wear the dress. You got to kiss the dolphin once you get that 50K, huh, Kurt? So he's kind of letting Rogan know, hey, I'm in the club, man. Okay, the old Tom Segura wink. So Joe's like, yeah, we get it, we know. What is it, Kurt? What is it? Your girlfriend can't be dressing you that well, okay? Yeah, she's got taste and all, but you got to be getting the money somehow, okay, Mark? Is this why Mark's got a little bit of a pep in his giant step? He's upgraded his sewing machine because that little 50K bump, probably did a twofer. Got a solid thou. So sitting on 100,000, a twofer in the streets of Austin. So these are them streetwalkers, okay? No surface dwellers over here, okay? But here we are.
I know she looks young, but she's of age.
My favorite part about the Lily story is the experiments that the lady was doing with the dolphins when she was living in the house with them, and she had to jerk them off. Otherwise, they wouldn't pay attention. And people found out about it, and they shut the science down.
It made them it made the dolphin more complete. Peter, he had a name, Joe. It's Peter the dolphin.
And we've heard it. We've heard it so many times, right? I mean, we got to hear the story of the scientists living in a house full of water, like Fight Club. Okay, they were like doing their own little experiment, and the flooded basements of Fight Club, and so he's bringing up all the same stuff all the time, and this just kind of looks like it's more than, hey, this has been on the mind, I want to talk about this. It's more something else. But he's full quasicolado right there. So a lot. I mean, there's a lot here. Okay. I mean, we're just few minutes in, and um, I thought I was gonna have to go to one of the Joe Rogan clips to catch a hot take, but you just press play from the beginning. That's all we did. I maybe bumped up a little bit, but because I didn't want to start the intro, damage my ears. You think after I feel like that's part of the whole like hypnotizing thing. You gotta hear that bell ring. Anyway, so we just pressed play and started watching this clip, and within just these few minutes, he's Kurt's saying a lot. Okay, so well, all right, here, let me play it out a little bit here and see where he goes.
Dolphin, and he took his own life after
He took his own life.
Peter the Dolphin killed himself.
How did he do that?
It's really dumb and obvious, but I didn't guess what it was.
Did he just inhale all the water?
Yeah, he just drowned himself. I thought he like jumped out of the water. It's like a big fan or something. I couldn't figure out how they do it, but yeah, you
Tied
just drowned.
C4 to himself and just flipped over into the crowd.
Bruce is telling me about how they would train dolphin jihadis to blow up.
Oh, we had dolphin jihadis.
We trained dolphin jihadis.
Yeah. We had dolphin kamikazes. We took dolphins. We love you. Hey, I'm going to just give you a little collar.
Well, let me
Go
tell
find
you.
the Russians.
Let me tell you if you want to demoralize, because I texted you some real dolphin info.
You did?
I have
Well,
the
the thing
permission.
is, when you text me so much.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. The old. I just can't get into it.
I can't read it all.
Oh, sorry. Here we go. So he, if you don't reply back to Kurt, he's going to start wandering. Okay, you don't want Kurt paranoid. Okay, so if you're not replying back to things, Kurt starts to think that these things are true. Okay, so here he is at the beginning of the episode here, trying to see if all those things that he had texted Rogan over the course of a few weeks here, if not maybe even longer, and if all these things are, he's like, hey, have you heard about all those people missing in Austin? Have you heard about these bounties? Have you heard about MK Ultra people being hypnotized? So so he's trying to figure out, how come you're not texting me back, brother? You gotta be texting me back, otherwise you're all of them. Okay, you're even those memes that I create. Metzger loves a good meme. Okay, he's a meme maker, Kurt Metzger machine, and Rogan's just not. He's like, it's a little bit more than just I didn't reply back. Okay, Kurt's seeing this like, he's a little concerned now, and that's if you believe that, Kurt, never participated in this stuff, because, how does he know such things? Yeah, so he's checking to see if Rogan knows these things, but he didn't give a full Tom Segura wink like Tom Segura did, and so all those, I need to check in on you and make sure that I know that, but here we are.
It's not possible.
Well, that's good because
There's
this is going to be a real
screeds.
treat for you to hear
I
about.
like how you're still going with the old school white background on your texts.
Okay. Oh man. I mean, just so good. I mean, because I mean, you just can't. Crip just keeps going. I mean, he's not gonna let you, stop him. But Rogan's still just gonna like, you'll, he's like, dude, come on, man. Oh man, but he does not want to talk about this. He does not want to talk about this. All right, all I want to do is play this out so I can adjust my settings real quick. I just want to adjust my settings, and it seems that everything that they're saying means something. Uh-oh. I've been Metzgered.
Why? Do you think I should change it?
No.
All right.
You be you.
Is it a bad background? Okay, so, they always say dolphins are a little amorous is the term they use in dolphin handling.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to talk about this as long as I change the name of the person and the dolphin. I was told.
Oh, you told me. Oh, you did send me that. That's
Yeah,
right.
Okay, because I
Okay.
was like, they always say dolphins are. I always feel like,
don't say your friend's name, but tell the story because it's crazy.
yeah, like I always feel like they're smearing dolphins, like how we did to a great man, Saddam Hussein. Remember we smeared that guy and he was the best president of Iraq they've ever had.
Well, what about Gaddafi?
I don't even want to bring that one up because that's really depressing.
That's a crazy one.
The most prosperous country in all of Africa
Yeah.
screwed up 3 other countries when unreal.
Yeah. There's a great clip of Russell Crowe explaining all the things Gaddafi did on this podcast, explaining how
Yeah.
we're supposed to think Gaddafi's the bad guy, but
He's right. He's
He's an
exactly
evil
right.
dictator.
Russell Crowe is dead on with that.
oh yeah, 100%.
So I'm like, maybe dolphins are just another Gaddafi.
Gaddafi gave everyone free education. Everyone, when they reached a certain age, got a home.
But
If you had a specific
Yeah.
skill, they would send you to another university and pay for it, wherever they had to send you.
authoritarian.
Well, that too. But so are we.
Yeah, no
Shut the
shit.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's all pretend.
Well, I hate to bring it up, but ISIS is in charge of Syria now, even while morons will tell you that ISIS is attacking Christians in Nigeria.
Listen,
Is everybody retarded?
you're always a glass half empty. At least Netanyahu got a pardon.
Did he? From who? Trump?
Trump.
How could Trump pardon Netanyahu for... Well, how does that work?
Wow. See, this is why I can't watch Rogan. I get too political. I don't start, but I don't need to get political. Okay, but does Kurt is Kurt taking the bait? Okay. Rogan's kind of trying to get out of the conversation, throwing in another little hot topic.
Pretend.
Well, I hate to bring it up, but ISIS is in charge of Syria now, even while morons will tell you that ISIS is attacking Christians in Nigeria.
Listen,
Is everybody retarded?
you're always a glass half empty. At least Netanyahu got a pardon.
Did he? From who? Trump?
Trump.
How could Trump pardon Netanyahu for... Well, how does that work?
Wow.
I don't know. You asked me.
All right, so yeah, this is Kurt Metzger finding something out new. Okay, this is what he lives for. See, I'm trying to zoom. Wow, it's not letting me zoom here. And that makes Rogan a little bit happy. He likes it. It's always fun to let someone know something that they haven't discovered yet or seen on TikTok. So you got to tell Kurt Metzger something he's never heard before, and that is one of Kurt Metzger's lock-in techniques. So Joe Rogan just hypnotized Kurt Metzger. So that was his trigger. So from here on out, whatever Rogan says, Kurt Metzger is not going to be pushing back so much anymore. Okay, he was just given a gift. Okay, and so Rogan finally got out of the MK Ultra muck. Okay, shoo, you don't got to talk about them bounties. Okay, we can get on something political. So let's see if let's see what happens here. And I need to adjust my settings. Okay, but there's so much good stuff just right in here. A lot of lore and drama. It's good.
Okay.
Someone should cue the America Fuck Yeah music right now.
Oh, we're bombing Venezuela too, by the way. It's
Just hey, dude. No disinformation.
Oh man. Look at he's just hey seriously, just stop, man. Like we're like seriously not even 20 minutes in. Just seriously. I mean, but Kurt can't help himself. Okay, you trying to tell Kurt to stop? Man, that's otherworldly. You must be one of those interdimensional billionaires, Rogan. He's like, I just told you something that you've never heard before. All right, here we go. Let's not belabor this, okay? But he's kind of a little over this. All right, let's back it up here.
Is everybody retarded?
You're always a glass half empty. At least Netanyahu got a pardon.
Did he? From who? Trump?
Trump.
How could Trump pardon Netanyahu for? Well, how does that work?
I don't know. You asked me.
Okay?
Someone should cue the America Fuck Yeah music right now.
Oh, we're bombing Venezuela too, by the way. It's
Just hey, dude. No disinformation. Drone bombing. We're not even there.
No, we got ground. We reported yesterday. We got ground people.
Oh, really?
going in.
Netanyahu says
he
Trump
announced it
became the
with this
first
fucking guy.
non-Israeli to receive Israel prize. Oh, Trump got a prize. Nice. The first non-Israeli. Announces Trump will be the first non-Israeli to receive Israel prize for tremendous contributions.
Yeah, well, hey, they should give him a fucking prize.
You got to make deals. You want to make omelets? You got to crack a few eggs.
There's no omelet
I'd like
coming.
the prize. Nobody gets it. But Israelis, I want to be the first.
There's.
Oh man. Oh Rogan. So there's gonna be something coming out on Rogan. Yikes. Kurt Metzger is letting it out a little bit. Rogan's just trying to take it easy. So we'll see. He's really trying to deflect this thing, but I feel like Kurt Metzger's saying that that Rogan might have been MK'd Ultra. So I like Kurt and Rogan together. So here we are.
No omelet ever coming whenever someone says that.
What did he pardon Netanyahu for? I didn't know that.
And that's his thing that he hates too. Kurt hates the omelet, breaking a few eggs. Okay, that's why Rogan said it, because Kurt hates that analogy. he's got to say that, look, no eggs ever came. Okay, it's not about the consumption, all right? It's about the destruction. Y'all don't get it, do you? Not Kali like Stavros. Okay, he gets the breaking of the egg, analogy. But all go back and forth banter. Not even 20 minutes in, and Rogan's trying to stop everything. The feed broke. Okay, they had to stop the broadcast, and he's holding his hands up, telling them to whoa, wait, all that. Okay, so Kurt's talking a lot of dropping a lot of bombs here. So here we are.
The Netanyahu was in trouble.
I knew
Over
he was
here.
about to be overthrown before October 7th happened, and
But
they
that's
tragically.
over there. Let that go. But right here.
But what are we pardoning him for here then?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I'm saying.
I wonder if there's anything in it blacked out in the Epstein thing.
Didn't.
Oh,
was
that's
it
a real
Mom-
insult, huh?
Says this is now the pardon has been they're disputing it.
Oh, they're arguing
Yeah,
already.
Israel's president denies telling Trump a Netanyahu pardon is quote on its way.
But he's not an American citizen, is he?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Say that again. Say this statement again.
That's the headline of this.
Israel's president denies telling Trump a Netanyahu pardon is on his way. So what does that mean? So Netanyahu denies saying that to Trump is what it sounds like. Doesn't it sound like that?
Isaac Herzog.
Oh, Isaac Herzog. Well, wait a minute. Oh, the prime minister. So they have prime minister and a president. Okay. I'm so ignorant. Swiftly denied President Trump's claim on Monday that he had told U.S. President he would pardon Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. What is that saying? I think he will, Trump said when asked if Netanyahu would get a pardon. How do you not? He's a wartime prime minister who's a hero. How do you not give a pardon?
Oh, wow. He's going to pull his ass out of the fryer, too.
I think what he's saying is that he would get a pardon from the president of Israel. That's what I think he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take that back here, and I gotta check my my feed. I'm not sure if I'm still broadcasting to. But yes, you're right. Truth bombing is derping. Yeah, let's take it back a little bit, because Rogan loves a nice little read rant. He loves to show that he can cold read. Okay. Now you know what I say about them script readers. Okay. Now you never see me read. Okay. You never see me read a thing. Okay. I want you to know the difference between me reading and me speaking my mind. Okay. There's a huge difference. And when you're no longer able to speak your mind, you then have to read. Okay. So Rogan loves reading because he can't speak his mind. Okay. He's got donors. Okay. We all want them. We want them sponsorships and them donors. Okay. So you're a script reader. All right. You're just a script reader. And none of that here, okay? We are in the moment, the flow. But he's, that's one of Rogan's techniques to derail, a hot take, because, Kurt's coming in hot, real hot, 20 minutes in, okay? I wasn't even ready for this. I'm not even locked in. Okay, I need to get locked in. the tech got me. Okay, I got tech trapped trying to switch around my keys and all that. But Kirp in 20 minutes here has gotten Rogan to drop the feed and go for a long Rogan rant. And that is a way to make sure that Kirp doesn't remember all the Moloch stories and how people burn and sacrifice stuff. Okay, so, and I gotta watch what I say because I got my video taken down, so or it didn't broadcast or something, and that was some deep. Let me get off the margin there. Sorry, guys. That was some deep Control Alt history. Okay, so again, I'm in the deep derp, with Kurt. So I enjoy his stuff and so Control Alt history. So I got my little set up here so I can go into Control Alt history mode right there. Okay, now I'm Control Alt history, and then here's my anti-Control Alt history. I'm anti because Peter Thiel taught me the word anti. So now I'm anti-Control Alt history mode. Okay, so then this is the new one that I did for, let's see here. This is the new one that I set up here. And now I'm up here, Rogan. So I got the top view now. Sitting nice at 50K like the old derpster. But yeah, I didn't bring my chat with me. Oh, see I was lost in the setting sauce. Okay, I was lost in the setting sauce. I was setting up settings everywhere. Okay, so I forgot to bring over the chat when I was doing these new camera angles. Anyway, here we go. Let me get back in the normal position. But here we go.
So this is why it's confusing to people.
Half of Israel hates that motherfucker, by the way. Okay, and he was about to be overthrown.
NFL playoffs, let's go. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
And we got an ad. Oh my God. Oh man. Come on, Rogan. Okay, let's get that chat back up here. Now, how is it? There. Man, it throws an ad. So we got, wow, trying to stop Kurt from saying it all. Oh, man. But, he's got to get that 50K. So, Kurt already showed quite a bit of disgust when Rogan, those opening minutes talked about how, he's got to, people just got to make money, So here we are. But, oh, that sweet, sweet symbol.
Makes every moment feel bigger. A running back cuts through the line. A strip sack flips the field. A tight end hauls in the...
We love money, by the way. Nothing more than love. We love money. No, we should not love money, okay? But we love it.
Kind of touchdown grab you'll talk about for years. Postseason games shift fast, and with DraftKings live betting options, you can stay right in the moment. Plus, DraftKings has your back with early exit protection. If the player in your eligible NFL prop bet goes down at any point in the first half, you still get paid in cash. New customers bet just $5, and if the bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets instantly.
Okay, so now you get a long one. Okay, so it's been a while since I, got to see Rogan all the way through, and here we are. We got a long rant, from Rogan. We got a long ad from Rogan. We got a broken feed. Okay, he stopped his feed all in the first 20 minutes of Kurt. Okay, usually that's not reserved until a good hour and a half for old Ari Shafir, and that the guy just wants to show himself off all the time. So, so that's a lot. That's a lot. So let me skip through. Okay, so we can jump ahead finally. But you can already see Rogan is not comfortable at all. Okay.
The day
Sorry.
before October 7th happened.
Okay. I'm trying to zoom in here. Let me try something real quick. If I do this, if it's in like if it zooms in like that, are you guys seeing that? And maybe now you're not. Okay. I'm going to assume that you cannot see that because that's in full screen. So I need to do it like this because that's what AI said. Okay. But here we are. So I just went ahead and did a little Rogan pause from the show to, but here we are. Okay. So, just 20 minutes, he's got an ad, he's got all that stuff. So,
Right.
Is it true that there was a stand down on October 7th?
Yeah, the IDF people were talking about the day out. It's on Jimmy's show. Go on his
Well,
channel.
I'm
they'll show you all of it.
asking you so the people that don't know what the fuck we're
okay. See, he's trying to capture Kurp's attention. Okay. So Kurp's looking at his phone, and Rogan's trying to, get him away from that. But he's also trying to introduce like another topic, and then have Kurt explain this topic that he didn't bring up to begin with. Okay, so it's not something that he's really that interested in. It's something that you brought up. Well, that's Rogan just trying to derail Kurt. Okay. So Kurt's powering through. It's hard. It's hard to do it sometimes. But he came prepared, and that's what he's got on his phone. He wants to remember all his points that he's gonna make. He's like, okay, I said the MK Ultra, I said the bounty, gotta say the Moloch thing. I gotta mention the old parties out in the woods, and so Rogan ain't having it. Does not.
talking
If they
about.
won't believe me, they'll say John
Just-
Lilly's a liar.
Why don't you say it?
They'll say John Lilly's a dolphin fucking liar.
No. They wouldn't say that. They wouldn't say that.
Um,
What are you looking?
There it is. There it is. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Okay. Now, come on. Now, this is the first time I've seen this, and you don't have to be an expert just to already see that was what was going to happen. Okay, but sure enough, that's what's going to happen. You're on the phone checking out those points those bullet points that you got, or you're breaking into Jamie's computer. I mean, that's, Rogan's wondering why you're trying to access the password. But right, tell me. Okay, so Rogan's been trying to derail Kurt since he started. Okay. So Kurt's coming in real hot. Kurt's got a mission. Okay, this is Metzger on a mission. This is yeah. He's wanting to make sure that You know, he says all those things that you got that 50K for. Ain't that right, Kurt? You got a little of that 50K. Got a nice Carhartt Kurt with the, yeah.
Dolphin like a Netanyahu like fish mammal.
The dolphin experience.
Because this is like,
Yeah. Go
this
ahead.
is more important things than a measly genocide in the, okay. Okay, so I asked if they're just smearing dolphins, right?
Right.
So she said, what they say about dolphin rape, it's true, all caps. They are very sexual animals and even masturbate. Young males can get very horny, and it's like they go into a trance. For some reason, they like knees. So I was doing a program with a very nice family, and I saw Flippy, name changed, drop to the lady's knees and start buzzing on them. That's echolocation. So they groom your knees with their echolocation abilities.
Whoa.
So I'm like, fucking great. That's all caps. So I followed protocol and put myself in between the dolphin and the guest and asked them to get out of the water. So, so you understand there's a protocol in place for when Flippy starts echolocating your knees. Okay.
Oh my God.
Flippy then.
All right, so you just about almost broke the feed again, okay? When he gets into that laugh, that's, you know, Wi-Fi territory. That's the bandwidth of Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. So he, yeah.
Get out of the water. So, so you understand there's a protocol in place for when Flippy starts echolocating your knees. Okay.
Oh my God.
Flippy then starts circling me fast with his dick out, hooking my leg and dragging me into deep water. As he's doing it, it literally looks like the scene in Jaws where the shark's hitting the girl and she's like whipping around and she's jerking around and you can't see what's happening under the water. Obviously, I'm fucking terrified and I'm trying to play it off to the guests like everything is fine. So I'm laughing and saying, you know how dogs get a little rough when they play?
That's what she's saying to the guests?
She's whipping like Jaws,
Oh
like,
my
what? It's like a
God.
dog. Okay, that's protocol, by the way, so I guess good work. Then my shoes come off and start floating, and the guests try to get back in the water to get my shoes for me, and I yell, no!
Oh
Lamau.
my God.
I managed to get away and walk out, only mental scars. Thank God, all cabs. Yeah, I was wearing thank God I was wearing a wetsuit. Or I would have felt that slimy dick hooking my legs. It's like a Japanese anime hanging out with dolphins.
But you know what? Look, it's terrible, but they're prisoners and they didn't do anything wrong. That's what's weird.
Yeah, well, no court would convict them. That's what John C. Lilly.
They're just dolphins. Why are they in prison?
They're a lot like
They just got unlucky. They're basically dolphin slaves.
yeah, they're kind of like the dogs of the sea. I think. I don't think they're like human intelligence. Sounds like they're like
They
little.
have a cerebral cortex that's 40% larger than a human being's. They have
how
language and
wrinkly is it?
dialects. We don't even understand what their language is, but they can understand ours. Like they can learn things. And
Look, I'm trying to defend dolphins from the rape charges here. If you want to,
I see what
say
you're
it's
saying.
their fault.
I think. Well, do you know what else they do that's really awful?
Yeah.
They kill the babies.
Yeah.
There's infanticide in dolphins is really common to the point that it makes dolphin females promiscuous. Because the female tries to mate with as many men as possible so that the men won't kill her babies.
Oh, wow.
Because they don't know if it's theirs.
It's a real 60s animal, you know. They do things their own way, the dolphins.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, 60s, you know, back in them Haight-Ashbury days, eh? Hey, Rogan? Yeah, back in San Francisco, living with them hippies in the 60s. And look at that. No. Oh, this is going to be Kurp's last time on Rogan. Okay. It will be the last time. And Kurt knows it. That's why he's coming in and saying everything. He's coming in guns blazing. And Rogan. He ain't having it. So, ooh, what a show that this is going to be, huh? Okay. So this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one. I'd like to go through just maybe a little bit more. Gotta wrap it up. This was just me just checking the settings. I wasn't even ready. Okay. Wasn't even ready, and I had all these other things I wanted to. Oh man. We still have, let's see here. We got a little bit of random show. Now if you're ever gonna take some Shab news, which I don't recommend, okay? Shab, Shab has had his time, but again, Shab's gonna be the one saving Austin, okay? Let me zoom in on that. Got my pop-up windows getting in my way. Oh, there it is. Hold on a second. 1 second. Oh boy. There we go. Oh, messing with my pop-up windows. Okay. So I don't think Random's still on, but if you are gonna get a little bit of Brandon news, okay, Random Show's got some good stuff. He doesn't let Brendan off too easy. Okay, I let him off a little easy. He's just doing his thing. He's a truck guy now, so he's just learning about engines. Okay, just doing his thing. But oh man, okay, we got Kurt Metzger's first episode. Okay, see, he's in beta stage still too. Okay, and I spoke at great length at what I think about this pairing, but we'll see, okay? Because I've been wrong from time to time, okay? And I'm okay with being wrong, but what I saw is I saw a lot of someone who was doing a lot of pauses and not letting the video play. And we all hate that. Okay, so none of that around here. We let things just play through. Okay, we want to see the thing, not hear. But no, Kyle here.
Another live tester. I'm here with Kitty. It's good
All right,
morning
we're
with
going
Kitty
for
and
it.
Kyle.
Didn't mean it, but here we go.
Yeah, Kitty just threw up on the logo, so that's our new theme. Good morning with Vomit and Kyle.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let me turn this
there-
off for now.
All right. 30 seconds in. 30 seconds in. He's gotta prove that he loves sports. Hey. And you know what I said about old Kyle, just let a man be theatrical. Okay, Kyle Dunn gonna hear he's gonna bring a lot of comedy to us. Okay. But he just needs to not have to reassure everyone all the time. Okay. Let me get my chat on the face. But again, we don't zoom in on women. Okay. Just we're not interested in the guests too much. It's the person's show that we're watching, what they're creating, and the guests are secondary. But I saw a lot of getting in this man's way, and but we'll see. Okay, we'll see. But that was in those other episodes, and as much as I love a recap, I gotta watch something. It'd be nice to watch at least something here. Here we go.
Because this is gonna get weird. Guys, welcome. We are gonna this is our episode 0.1. As we put the show together, we thought we would put it together with you guys. We got a lot.
How dare you! I need completely polished material. Like I don't want any test runs. Okay. You must figure it all out before you ever hit that start to broadcast button. Oh, that blue button over in the corner there. I got OBS syndrome with my hand being locked in the hotkey position. But it all stems from that glowing blue hitting that live button. And they just had to hit it, didn't you? You just couldn't wait just to show yourself off, huh? With your new frames. Okay. You're looking good. We love Kyle Dunnigan. Okay. He's quirky. Haven't really watched much of his stuff. Okay. Not, guess he's into anime now. Okay. Don't get into anime. Don't get into AI anime. That's, he's already stated how he is, he's looking for a community. He told her flat out that he's lonely and is looking for people to be funny with, basically. So, and she did not know how to hear that, and that's a lot to hear in an episode 0. Okay. And that's why we got to keep Kyle around, because that's some vulnerability that very few people have. Okay. So that's some good stuff. Okay. So just don't let her improv mind manipulation skills fool you into thinking that we don't want the Stallone. Okay. We want the Stallone. We want it all. We love all the impersonations you do. And Kurt Metzger is, becoming a resonator. See, I wasn't a resonator today. I wasn't locked in. Okay. But Kurt Metzger gets to be a resonator when he does impersonations. And he learned that from old Kyle Dunnigan. Okay. Now, you take a look back at old Kyle Dunnigan, and I don't think I would much like Kyle Dunnigan as a young Kyle Dunnigan. I'm not sure, but I like the older Kyle Dunnigan. I'm a older Kyle Dunnigan fan who's never seen an episode, but you can just tell. I've seen a few, but not lately. But I guess she's always around. Okay, nothing wrong with that. But as long as you're yes-anding, okay, she's a whole lot of stoppage. Okay, she's not yes-anding at all. She stops what the point that he was saying to say her thing and all that. So, but it's just episode 0. Okay, so that's fine. But I'm pretty sure that she might have had done a few projects with him. I'm not quite sure of the Kyle Dunnigan lore, but here we are. So episode 1, a couple of days ago was episode 0. We went through that episode, and again, in the first 9 seconds of that episode starting, she was drinking coffee. Okay, immediately consuming as we are watching you do a show. Okay, so you best perform for us. Perform. No, we love the casualness. Okay, so thank you for that, and for your new passion project. Okay, so he invested in himself and got some decent cameras and a green screen, a producer, and the partner to bounce ideas off of, I guess. But I think he would be, I don't know. Some people need a sidekick, I guess. I don't know. But if I had someone next to me and I'm trying to talk, best not be talking. Okay, I'm the one talking. Okay, so no talking around me. Okay, I barely talk, so that's why I don't want people talking. I can't stand talking. Okay, but they want to talk next to each other, so go figure. But rest assured, I would, think twice before I start talking to people. But there they are, and they want to film it. We love it. We love all the theatrical stuff that Kyle does. Okay, because it takes a lot to go full character, as you can see. Barely able to pull up my many characters that I've got. Because technology got me today. It was just too much asking ChatGPT how to set up OBS properly. I need a clean slate, and I have to make sure that I'm simulcasting because I lost my last footage, and I can't start thinking it was just because of what we were talking about. Okay, but let me tell you though, a lot of that stuff was about what Kurt was talking about, which stuff that Rogan was trying to stop him from talking about. So, you can't just be saying all this MK Ultra stuff, talking about people being spies and all that on Rogan. Okay, he'll get you talking about Netanyahu in no time. But that's how it gets. That's how it gets paid. We all need that Netanyahu little money. But here we are. Gotta read that. I'm still integrating the chat. Soon I'll be able to. But you have at the chat. You guys can do that, and I'll do this too. And occasionally I'll check. But here we are. Oh man. So episode 1.
We're planning. We got a lot of yos here. Come join. All are welcome. This is an open channel.
Yes, this is for everyone.
There's no one that's not allowed. Also, the subscribing is free for the next half hour. You can subscribe and like to the channel for free for the next half hour. We're going to start, I think, the 13th going live. I guess we're going live maybe like all the time until then,
he
though.
charged me.
Yeah.
We just have to get used to this. We have a whole new studio set up. Kitty Cam, Kyle Cam, 2-shot.
Okay, and right there, see, Kyle did it. Okay, that's the Kyle done it again in effect. Okay, Stravo's had it for me for a while, but Stravo's turn. Okay, Stravo's is getting some of that 50K. All right, that Kurt keeps talking about them. Maybe a little bit of that bounty money, huh? But Kyle Dunnigan can just make you laugh by looking at him. Okay? There are very few people that can just make and it's not a funny face. Okay? It is the most true emotional or not emotional, but emotion face. So here we go. And that is when you first see, again, I don't need to be zooming on women, okay? Because, we already know how tough it is out there for them, okay? But, so no need to be zooming in, and especially on a guest, okay? It's not her show. But that's the tear of your monitor. Okay, you get a first glance of that monitor, and you get all Suzuki eye on you, okay, on us. So she just got MK Ultra, all right, and right there, the old knees are vibrating, just like Kurt was saying with the, so you gotta watch out for them, the the MK Ultra improvers. Okay, they're all starting companies. Okay.
Kyle Cam. 2-shot. And we have a bunch of other stuff. We got some stings.
I'm gonna come. The biggest load that we've seen.
A lot of great stings for you guys.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
All right. So, I guess so again, never really watched much of Kyle. I guess he's got some of that kind of humor. Okay. Not much of the anatomy humor kind of guy, I like to really make someone look stupid, just like Kurt taught me. I want to say something that you've never heard before and just laugh until your bandwidth gets zapped. Okay. But Kyle Dunnigan, not a chance. Okay. You haven't seen it yet in him, but he's got that look will just make you cry.
We're going to be hitting that one a lot. And yeah. Applause. Kitty, what's been going on? We're going to start off with our personal catch up, and then we're going to do some news today. We're just kind of putting a show, flopping it together today. And then we'll get some questions from you guys. And yeah, do we have, I guess personally, what's going on? This is
Nothing's
the moment the
new
show
with
we start
me.
like this.
Nothing.
Okay, so this is what she came up with. Okay, I think her name was Kat, and I should know their names. Okay, but I'm just trying to do a quick recap before I wrap things up here. But so here's episode 0.1. Okay, and he's getting ready to do the coffee thing, which is something that she brought up unintentionally, but because Kyle Dunnigan is so good at just rolling with the punches, what was her drinking, coffee right when they hit play, he didn't let that deter him and just said, "Oh, why don't we just do that? We just drink coffee." So this is all good content. Okay, this is nice raw stuff, and none of that Rogan stuff where you ain't allowed to talk. Okay, Rogan's not letting Kurt talk. He's not letting Gillis talk. He's not letting Theo Vaughn talk. All the big hitters, right? I barely know their names. I'm so on the ground. I've never seen one before. Okay, I'm not one of them surface dwellers just walking down the streets. Okay, I'm all on the ground. Okay, so Kyle just let you go with it. He just would let you say what you want, and it's beyond self-deprecating. It's tragic. Okay, you're seeing a Greek tragedy right in front of you every time you look into Kyle Dunnigan's window when he's sleeping.
Nothing's new with me. I've just been cooking up a storm, as I told you. I have been doing these flu bombs, is what they're called. And
Yes, Kitty, thank you.
You drink garlic and ginger with lemon juice and cayenne pepper.
Yeah, I'm gonna try doing that.
And then, yeah, I think you're supposed to put other stuff in it, but that's my little rendition because I'm not going to go buy eucalyptus oil. I'm not going to go buy anything else,
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been doing to fend off the winter flu.
And so far successful, right?
So far, so good.
Any big fears? Any unwanted fears? Night terrors?
No night. I feel like I had a weird dream last night. Now that you say that.
Oh, what was it?
But I don't know what it was.
Isn't that sucky?
I should have wrote it down
was
for this.
cool.
I should actually be writing down my dreams for this to share it with everyone. But it was something sort of odd. And then I woke up and
I'm going to readjust the settings so that the camera's not in the way here, and get it all set here. So he's just letting her kind of go while he's reassociating. Okay. Let me see if I can get that chat back on with this new view. I was trying to make my camera smaller. Oh, I didn't bring my chat around. See, I didn't. Oh, looks like I gotta stay in this setting because I forgot to copy and paste all the settings to the other scenes in my sources. I'm a scene maker now, so watch out, people. I'm gonna be making movies. Here we are making scenes. And let me get back in my other hotkey position there. All right, here we go. So I'm just gonna have to stay this size. I like the control on history size. And then you gotta make your screen so that when people zoom in a little bit on their phone, it's not cutting off your torso. Okay. So you got to bump it up just a little bit so you can have people see the show that we're watching, and the stats, and then when people zooming in on their phones, or whatever that, you don't just see a little your head, because I can go alien pretty quick, if I turn a certain way, and then all of a sudden I look like an alien. Kurt Metzger showed me the book that looks just like me. But I went full cowboy for Kurt. So thank you, Kurt. That's going to be a good watch if Rogan ever lets you speak. Okay, so this was her issue with Kyle on their 0 episode. But he doesn't let it bother. It does bother him. Okay, but he's not aware that it bothers him. He just thinks that these are normal emotions, frustration, and being stalled out, and not having momentum. Okay, but he's just one of those sincere people pleasers that not gonna let something like this. But here, we don't zoom in on the women here, okay? So the men can handle it, okay? But not to say women can't handle it, but it's not her show.
And so far successful, right?
So far, so good.
Any big fears? Any unwanted fears? Night terrors?
No night. I feel like I had a
I'm
weird
gonna adjust
dream
the
last
camera,
night.
though.
Now that you say that,
Oh, what was it?
but I don't know what it was.
Isn't that
I
such?
should have
when
wrote
you
it
know
down
was
for this.
cool?
I should actually be writing down my.
Yes, you're doing a show. Okay. No, they're just trying to. They're getting green screen calibrations here. Okay, green screen calibrations, kind of seeing how things are. But you can really see if there's even any chemistry. Kitty's, I believe that's her name. Might have done a couple of things, a couple different projects with him before, and let me just make my camera just a little bit smaller here. Just so I'm not blocking her here. Okay. Oh, well, anyway, that's all I got. But he's just kind of rolling with the punches, and he is writing stuff down. So now he has complete control over his house. Now she's got to write things down too. Kyle's very magical. He's got that ability. But all right, let's play through a little bit, and then we'll Kyle and I.
My dreams for this to share it with everyone, but it was something sort of odd. And then I woke up and another dream happened. It's nice to dream again because I quit smoking weed like 3 months ago, and I was not dreaming for years.
Oh, does that
Yeah.
stop you from dreaming?
Yeah, I guess for me it did. And now I'm back to dreaming, which is nice. It's like a little movie.
Oh, you better not have seen my stream. Okay? How dare you say back the things that I said about you? Oh, you keep that inner vision out of here. Okay? I don't need no one having inner visions. Oh, man. You better not have seen my stream. Oh, so here we are. We got somebody who can dream again. Okay, you don't want a dreamer. Ooh, okay, you want someone who, their only reality is when they're awake. Because if you just find out that you can dream again, well, you might not ever wake up. Okay? That's what Christopher Nolan taught us. Okay? And again, we don't need to be zooming in on the women. Okay? It's not her show. But there's just so much material here. Okay? So much material here. This is this is actually going to be a really good dynamic. And Kyle knows this. Okay? He needs to have this kind of polar energy to his, because he can then get into character, and that's the genius of Kyle. Okay, but then he gets into all this other kind of jokey stuff, trying to be funny, or I don't know what the AI stuff is, or but if you could, because they're gonna do the Nancy Pelosi thing, they're gonna do Stallone, do all that, but don't be talking about your inner visions on episode 0.1. Okay, we're gonna shut that down right away. We want no visions. Okay, that's but here we are. So she can dream again, right?
Well, 2026, I think I mentioned this yesterday, my big goal, and please join me on my journey.
Yes.
How gross is that when people say my journey?
On his journey.
We love a journey.
I'm trying to.
And hey, did we not say that? Okay, there's no destination. We're just prospectors. Okay, we're just trying to find the funny. Okay, we need a little laughter, and Kyle does it. Okay, so if you go back in those archives, okay, and I know some of it's a little bit rough to listen to the audio, okay, but you'll see where we discovered some really nice gems. Okay, we discovered just how funny Kyle can be without trying, but he really has to be in pain in order for it to really come out. True artist, this Kyle is. Okay, so his pain is hilarious, but his other stuff too. All impersonation and all that. Again, I know a few of them. Okay, so maybe there's a few that I might not like, but the ones I know are good. So, as much as I think that all Kitty here is gonna stop the momentum, Kyle doesn't see it that way. Okay, Kyle. Kyle thinks that this is his way of getting into character. So it's good stuff here.
Be more social. I joined a climbing gym. We talked about that last time. Little update. I actually took a little video. You guys want to see? You guys want to see me at my climbing gym? Well, you got no
Yes.
choice. I'm gonna play it anyway.
Yes, Kyle.
This is. I don't like it yet, but I'm gonna try. Here, I'll just play this for you. I'm really bad at it. Let me see. Can we see this? Yeah, this is like you can't even tell, but that angle, it's like you're going backwards.
Who filmed you?
My friend Andre.
Oh.
Andre Kim.
Wait, that's really hard. It's at an odd angle.
It's really hard. Wait, let me get some audio on this, guys. But I got a bunch of cuts on my hands.
No.
Yeah, I just went. I go.
Kyle's always been fit. Okay, Kyle's always been. So there you are. So Kyle's letting you in on the process. Okay, I love a good method, man. So he's showing us the method. So this should be a fun one. But that's all we got for this broadcast. Many more. If anything if it all happened like it happened today, it's been fun and been nice to discover these shows and kind of take a little bit of a deeper look into the inner workings of the comedy, conspiracy, and current events of today. And once I get my OBS settings all straightened out, I'll be able to get in the thread again. Okay, but old Kyle, gonna give us episode 0.1. All right. Well, thank you for listening.